All right, welcome to the inaugural episode of WCW Saturday Night. We've got some of the top professional wrestlers in the world competing for you on a weekly basis. And occasionally we will have premium live events where, of course, we will have incredible title matches. And you'll see the best wrestlers in the world compete here on WCW Saturday Night, including our premium live events. Usually once every other month or so. We're splitting our premium live event schedule with the WWF, which will also have shows weekly on Saturday nights. But we are starting out here on WCW Saturday Night. Episode number 1. We've got all sorts of incredible wrestling action for you tonight. Let's get right to it. Our opening match is going to feature one of our local talent, Scott Casey, taking on one of the up-and-coming wrestlers in WCW, the man called Sting. Make sure you tune in for our entire episode because we will be awarding the inaugural championships. The WCW Tag Team Championships will be decided later on tonight, as will the WCW United States Championship and the WCW World Heavyweight Championship, all tonight. But first, we start with Scott Casey taking on Sting. Let's send you to ringside. And thank you for joining us tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Here comes our first competitor of the night. His name is Scott Casey. He hails from the wide open plains of West Texas, where he worked rodeos before stepping into the wrestling ring. You can see the man coming down to the ring now. He's known as the Lone Star Brawler, thanks to his roughneck attitude and bar fight toughness. He claims he learned how to fight by breaking wild horses and breaking wilder drifters. Specializes in old school, straight ahead brawling, no frills, no flash, just fists. And of course, he spent years wrestling in dusty county fairgrounds before getting his shot here tonight on national TV here in WCW. He's proud of never backing down, no matter the size or prestige of his opponent. And he's described by promoters as a tough out, even for top stars. So let's see if his Cinderella story shows tonight. His opponent, it's going to be a tall mountain to climb for Scott Casey because he is taking on the man called Sting, a young, explosive athlete with unmatched energy and charisma, making his way down to the ring now. He's known for his brightly colored face paint, a look that instantly sets him apart. He's a former power lifter turned pro wrestler, bringing raw force to his high-impact style. Sting has already earned a reputation for being one of the most exciting up-and-coming stars in the sport. Of course, he possesses incredible speed for a man of his size, one of the most dynamic competitors in the WCW roster. Even though his face paint doesn't quite match his ring gear, we won't hold that against him. So we're about ready to get started here as Scott Casey takes on a man who many consider a no doubt up-and-coming talent in WCW, Sting. Many saying he will be competing for World Championship soon. A slow start for Sting, but now Sting coming right back at Scott Casey. And now Sting in control. Of course, Sting is very popular among fans for his electric entrance and his fearless attitude. Big chops there from Sting. Sting known backstage as a tireless worker, always pushing to improve. He's driven by a desire to prove he belongs among wrestling's elite, and seen by many insiders as a future world champion, as we mentioned. And Scott Casey, known for an iron jaw and a high tolerance for punishment. He is taking quite a bit of that punishment right now. And Casey's goal is to prove that he is a true cowboy and that true cowboys don't need championships to earn respect. They just want to fight and earn their place in professional wrestling through sheer grit and determination. Sting very much in control here, showing why he is considered one of the most promising superstars in WCW. Scott Casey has done little to nothing on offense so far. Sting just absolutely taking it to Scott Casey. Oh, look at that incredible move by Sting. This match might be over already, folks. Oh, great kick out there from Casey. Not quite yet. But Sting refusing to let up. Working on the legs now. Of course, Sting's finishing move is the Scorpion Deathlock. Essentially a sharpshooter, so working on those legs is a strategic move from the Stinger. Oh, look at that big splash from Sting, and now this could be it. And yes, Sting gets the victory very easily against Scott Casey. Scott Casey did take quite a bit of abuse, but in the end, Sting just absolutely overwhelms him. One could consider that a squash match. Scott Casey just not in the same league as the man called Sting. I'm sure we'll see more of both of these two superstars down the road, but you can tell right now that Sting is among the elite here in WCW. Scott Casey, while he is tough and hard-nosed, he was no match today for the man called Sting. Sure, we'll see big things from this superstar down the road. And Sting is victorious in the very first episode, the very first match of the very first episode of WCW Saturday Night. That will always be a trivia answer for decades to come. Now we move on to our next match of the night. And our next match, you can see, features Al Madrill taking on Dr. Death Steve Williams. Let's send you to ringside for our second match of the night. As you can potentially hear my washing machine in the background as I announce this incredible night of wrestling action. And here comes Al Madrill. He is a second-generation wrestler from El Paso, Texas. So our second superstar hailing from Texas here tonight. He learned the craft from his father in a small lucha-inspired promotion along the border of Mexico. So he's seen some of the top U.S. and Mexico talent in professional wrestling. He combines the classic American grappling with flashes of Mexican-style speed. He's known as a steady hand, often called upon to test newcomers to professional wrestling, but his opponent tonight, again, a steep hill for Al Madrill to climb as he faces the man called Dr. Death. It is Steve Williams. On his way to the ring now, a brutally tough, no-nonsense competitor with a mean streak a mile long. One of the most decorated amateur wrestlers ever to enter the professional wrestling scene. He's a former All-American in both football and wrestling at the University of Oklahoma, a former Sooner. Here now competing in professional wrestling in World Championship Wrestling. He's known for his devastating power and unshakable confidence. It will absolutely be potentially the upset of the year right away in our first episode if Al Madrill were to be able to compete with Steve Williams. Oh, look at this. Steve Williams just pushing Al Madrill away and now firmly in control. Al Madrill spent nearly a decade on the independent circuit before reaching national television here tonight in World Championship Wrestling. Madrill has wrestled in rings from high school gyms to smoky auditoriums across the Southwest. Considered a reliable professional, never misses a booking, never complains. He might be complaining after this match tonight, after getting roughed up by Dr. Death Steve Williams here tonight. Oh, look at that. Great reversal from Madrill. Oh, he goes for the clothesline but misses, and now Williams right back in control. Madrill sees WCW as the biggest opportunity of his career, even if he might be outmatched tonight. Here's a pin attempt by Steve Williams, but no, Madrill's able to kick out and the match continues. Steve Williams, the man known as Dr. Death, believes no man alive can match his wrestling pedigree, and he fights like it as he just tosses Madrill into the corner like a rag doll. Oh, great reversal there from Madrill. Madrill trying to fight back, connects with the clothesline, but can't quite take Williams down. Oh, and Williams again right back in control. Now, Dr. Death Steve Williams trains with the intensity of a prize fighter, not a showman. He's famous for the grim glare he gives opponents before locking up, which almost seems like a warning that he's about to decimate you. Now, look at that, Steve Williams giving the sign it's almost over. The throat cut gesture. Madrill just can do nothing. Oh, great suplex there from Dr. Death. Steve Williams prefers to end matches quickly, decisively, and painfully, and he's on his way to doing that here tonight. He doesn't try to make friends in the locker rooms. He prefers respect over establishing any professional relationships here in professional wrestling. Great move working on the legs from Dr. Death. Now, Williams claims he's not here to entertain, just to dominate. He was audibly upset after not being chosen to compete in any of the championship matches here tonight. Of course, those are coming up later tonight. Stay tuned for those. Right after this match, we will have our WCW World Tag Team Championship match. That is going to feature a team called the Midnight Express taking on a team called the Rock and Roll Express. That will be a tornado tag match where both men can compete. Oh, a kick out just at the last second from Scott Casey. And this match will continue. Going back to our next match, the Rock and Roll Express and the Midnight Express have had a long history competing in the independents, but now in the first episode of Saturday Night here on WCW, they will compete for the honor of being called the first ever WCW Tag Team Champions. That will be right after. Oh, and a devastating move there from Steve Williams. That's got to be it. I believe that was Steve Williams' finisher. And yes, that is the 3-count. Dr. Death Steve Williams absolutely destroys Scott Casey here tonight. We've seen two very uncompetitive matches, but that just showcases how talented both Sting and Dr. Death Steve Williams are. You can see the highlights of this match. Pretty much all Steve Williams here tonight. We've seen two absolutely devastating performances from two talents that will no doubt be challenging for WCW Championship Gold very soon in Sting and Dr. Death Steve Williams. There is the 3-count pinfall victory for the man known as Dr. Death. And Williams looking around the arena menacingly. He knows he's among the best professional wrestlers there is, and he wants a shot at Championship Gold as soon as possible. Big win for Dr. Death Steve Williams. But now we move on to our first championship match of the evening coming up next. And you can see our next match is for the WCW World Tag Team Championship. One of these two teams will be the first ever tag team champions in World Championship Wrestling. It'll either be the Midnight Express, beautiful Bobby Eaton and sweet Stan Lane, or the Rock and Roll Express. That is Robert Gibson and Ricky Morton. Let's send you to ringside now. And here we go, folks. The first championships in WCW history about to be awarded. We still have the WCW United States Championship. That will be immediately following this match. And then, of course, the WCW World Heavyweight Championship will be our main event tonight. But first, the WCW Tag Team Championships will be awarded. We've got the Midnight Express. For some reason, Stan Lane has the logo of the Midnight Express on his jacket, while beautiful Bobby Eaton does not. Not sure why that is, but the Midnight Express making their way to the ring, a polished veteran tag team known for precision teamwork here as Bobby Eaton steps into the ring. Beautiful Bobby Eaton, as he likes to be called. and Sweet Stan Lane, his tag team partner, now both in the ring. And they will be taking on one of the best tag teams in professional wrestling history, the Rock and Roll Express, about to make their way down to the ring now. Here they are. That is Ricky Morton on the left, Robert Gibson on the right. These two are fan favorites, known for fast-paced, high-emotion tag team wrestling. I'm not sure what that means, high-emotion tag team wrestling, but they definitely bring a lot of passion to the ring, and they take a lot of pride in their craft. Ricky Morton, of course, famous for his unbelievable resilience. Crowds rally behind him like no other, while Robert Gibson, his tag team partner, brings technical sharpness and ring leadership. This match should be a great one, folks. These two have a long history taking each other on in the independent circuits, but here they are tonight, their first appearance in World Championship Wrestling, and they are both competing to be the inaugural tag team champions of World Championship Wrestling. What an honor that would be for either team. And there are the title belts that they are competing for. The first time they will be awarded. Of course, this is our very first episode of WCW Saturday Night, and as this is a tornado tag, all four men are legal and can fight at the same time. So here we go, absolute chaos in tag team wrestling here. And you can see Robert Gibson all over beautiful Bobby Eaton, but here comes Stan Lane. And this will just be non-stop action, folks, in this tornado tag matchup. More about the Midnight Express. Bobby Eaton, a.k.a. Beautiful Bobby Eaton, is considered one of the smoothest in-ring performers of his generation, while Stan Lane, a.k.a. Sweet Stan Lane, brings a flashy, high-speed style that complements Bobby Eaton's technical excellence. Together, they blend finesse, timing, and creativity, where every match looks like a clinic. And you can see they were in control, but now Sweet Stan Lane getting control back for the Midnight Express. But Robert Gibson taking it to Bobby Eaton right now, and Sweet Stan Lane going after Ricky Morton. Here's a pinfall attempt. Could this be over this quickly? No, a quick kick out from Ricky Morton. The Midnight Express are known for double team combinations executed with split-second perfection. They often study their opponents for weaknesses and exploit them relentlessly. And now they are without a manager. They've had a manager in their past. You never know when he'll come back, Jim Cornette. But now without a manager, they rely solely on their ring IQ and veteran instincts. And Sweet Stan Lane's charisma and beautiful Bobby Eaton's stoic intensity create a unique dynamic for them. See Rock and Roll Express firmly in control right now. The Midnight Express are considered by many insiders to be the best pure tag team wrestlers in the business. They are rarely outsmarted and even more rarely out-wrestled. Oh, look at that. The baseball bat on the outside attempting to being used. Of course, there are no disqualifications in the tornado tag match, so weapons are fair game, as Robert Gibson, for a second there, had a kendo stick. Ooh, Ricky Morton just got delivered right into that ring post. Robert Gibson trying to fight back, but beautiful Bobby Eaton has control. But now Ricky Morton going after Stan Lane. Oh, and it looks like Sweet Stan Lane has been busted open, ladies and gentlemen. He is bleeding from the forehead as this match rages on outside the ring. Now the Rock and Roll Express have redefined tag team excitement and energy. They are known for double drop kicks, quick tags, and just pure heart, ladies and gentlemen. They are popular with younger fans due to their music-inspired look and underdog spirit. They're not the biggest guys you'll see in the professional wrestling ring, but they compete with such heart that the younger audiences are just absolutely drawn to them. The Rock and Roll Express have toured the country, building a devoted following before arriving here in WCW. They are known for never quitting and often snatching victory from the jaws of defeat. And Robert Gibson and Ricky Morton's bond as best friends gives them unmatched chemistry and possibly the most beloved team in the entire promotion here in World Championship Wrestling. But right now, the Midnight Express in control as Sweet Stan Lane is about to connect there with a flying forearm to Ricky Morton. And beautiful Bobby Eaton picks up the kendo stick, looking to do work on Robert Gibson. And yes, he is connecting twice. Midnight Express running roughshod at the moment. Things look grim for the Rock and Roll Express. Now Sweet Stan Lane back outside the ring. He grabs another kendo stick, decides against it. Not sure what Lane was doing there. He went out. Oh, here's a pin attempt by beautiful Bobby Eaton on Ricky Morton. But no, Morton is able to kick out. And this match will continue. Remember, folks, this is the first championship awarded of 3 here tonight on our debut episode of WCW Saturday Night. This is for the WCW Tag Team Championship. One of these two teams will have the great honor of being the very first WCW Tag Team Champions. Here's a pin attempt from Stan Lane on Robert Gibson. Could it be over, folks? No. Robert Gibson able to kick out. Midnight Express have been in firm control of this match for the past few minutes now. You gotta look. I thought Ricky Morton might get a reversal there, but he was unable to, and now he's being pinned. Beautiful Bobby Eaton pinning Ricky Morton. No, Ricky Morton kicks out at the very last split second. That referee's hand was only a fraction of a second from connecting for the 3rd time and ending the match. But look at this, just absolute domination. And now Ricky Morton's busted open. Both members of the Rock and Roll Express bleeding. This has been absolute domination. Oh, look at that. Bobby Eaton accidentally hits his tag team partner Stan Lane with the kendo stick, and that gives a moment of opportunity for Robert Gibson. He connects with an incredible kick, and now Robert Gibson going for the pinfall. There's one. There's no. Beautiful Bobby Eaton was able to kick out. The Rock and Roll Express had just a glimmer of hope. Robert Gibson continues to work on Bobby Eaton, but now Stan Lane reasserts control for the Midnight Express. Now Ricky Morton's up, working. Oh, here's a pin attempt from Stan Lane. Stan Lane's bleeding too. Could this be it? No, Robert Gibson able to kick out. The match continues. What an incredible match. This one definitely giving you a lot more back and forth than our first 2 matches of the night did. Oh, incredible kick there from Stan Lane. Oh, look at this. Ricky Morton's got a sledgehammer, and he connects on beautiful Bobby Eaton. But Stan Lane quickly back in control for the Midnight Express. Now Robert Gibson has a chair, and he just chucks it across the ring and connects with Sweet Stan Lane. Now Robert Gibson going for a pile driver, it looks like. And he connects. That could be it, ladies and gentlemen. Ricky Morton keeping Stan Lane busy while Robert Gibson goes for the tag on beautiful Bobby Eaton. There's 2. No, a kick out. Incredible resilience shown by beautiful Bobby Eaton kicking out after that devastating attack by Robert Gibson. And now the Rock and Roll Express look like they might be in firm control. Can they finish off this match? Our first 2 matches of the night saw pretty straightforward, dominating efforts from Sting and Dr. Death Steve Williams. This match, very different. Ricky Morton chucking the chair across the ring and connects with Sweet Stan Lane. This match has been back and forth. Both teams giving it their all. An absolute war. All sorts of weapons being used in this match. And there's Robert Gibson trying to use a sledgehammer, and he connects to the midsection of beautiful Bobby Eaton. That's got to be it. Oh, look at that. Eaton dodged another hit, but then Robert Gibson connects. He misses, connects. Oh, dear God. Robert Gibson connecting multiple times with that sledgehammer to the midsection of beautiful Bobby Eaton. And now Gibson sends Eaton to the ropes. Great arm drag there. Is he going to go for the pin? No, he's not. Both members of the Rock and Roll Express now back in the ring. Now Sweet Stan Lane joins them. And now Sweet Stan Lane looking for a shoulder buster, I believe that's called. And Stan Lane now going for a pinfall attempt on Robert Gibson. Could this be it? No. Ricky Morton able to break up that pin attempt. And now this might be another pile driver from Ricky Morton. Yes, he connects. But we've got beautiful Bobby Eaton standing up, but Robert Gibson takes care of him for just a moment. Eaton pops right back up and breaks up the pin attempt. This match continues. What a back and forth battle. You can see the blood stains on the ring floor there. Robert Gibson battling it out with beautiful Bobby Eaton. Sweet Stan Lane had Ricky Morton, but now Robert Gibson goes after Sweet Stan Lane. Great suplex there right into the turnbuckles of the referee. I didn't even see what happened. The referee is down on the ground. This has been such a battle that even the referee is taking a beating. Who knows who will emerge victorious in this absolute war on WCW Saturday Night, episode number 1. Now, Robert Gibson just hitting anyone who gets in the way with that kendo stick. He also took out his tag team partner there. Incidentally, didn't mean to do that, but he definitely connected with Ricky Morton. Now, Ricky Morton picks up the kendo stick. He connects with Stan Lane, but it seemed like Stan Lane didn't even feel it. Now we've got Bobby Eaton taking on Ricky Morton. Look at Robert Gibson just crawling over to Stan Lane, going for the pin attempt. He's got the leg hooked. There is a slow count from the ref. 1, 2, and 3. Yes, oh my God. I can't believe that pinfall attempt worked. The referee shaken after being beaten a little bit in this match. He eventually gets to the 3 count. The other Midnight Express member unable to break up the pinfall attempt. And this war is finally over as the Rock and Roll Express emerge as your WCW Tag Team Champions. What a battle we just witnessed, folks. 2 teams giving it everything they had to earn that right to be called the very first Tag Team Champions here in World Championship Wrestling. But only one team could win, and tonight it was the Rock and Roll Express. As we look at the highlights, see Stan Lane connecting there on Robert Gibson. Ricky Morton going after. Oh, now we've switched highlights. Here's the pile driver from Robert Gibson to beautiful Bobby Eaton. There's Ricky Morton coming to the rescue of that pinfall attempt from Sweet Stan Lane on Robert Gibson, and then connecting with a devastating pile driver. Look at that sweet chin music from Robert Gibson. Robert Gibson hooks the leg of Sweet Stan Lane. Bobby Eaton unable to get there despite the slow count. And the Rock and Roll Express are your first ever WCW Tag Team Champions with blood all over the ring. What a win for Robert Gibson and Ricky Morton, the WCW Tag Team Champions, to begin this WWE Universe. What a match we just witnessed. And we've still got 2 more championship matches coming your way, folks. Don't go anywhere. Our next match is for the WCW United States Championship and features 2 of the best solo wrestlers in professional wrestling. Stay tuned for that. And there you go. You see the competitors for this United States Championship. We've got Ron Simmons taking on the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. Let's send you to ringside for our penultimate match of the night. And here we go, folks. Time to award our second championship of the night. We just saw the Rock and Roll Express win a battle, absolute war, with the Midnight Express claiming the WCW Tag Team Championships. And now we are about to award the WCW United States Championship. The first man coming down to the ring goes by the name of Ron Simmons. He is a former Florida State football All-American, one of the most dominant defensive players of his era. And he transitioned into wrestling with the same power and intensity that made him a college legend. You can see the incredible physique this man has put in time in the gym. A very intimidating man to look at, almost the antithesis of his competitor here tonight. His competitor you wouldn't assume would be a great professional wrestler just looking at his physique, but he competes with heart, and he is one of the top professional wrestlers of all time based on true grit and determination. And here he comes, the man known as the American Dream, beloved by working class fans across the country. There he is, Dusty Rhodes, making his way to the ring. He has won championships multiple times in other independent circuits. He's known for his unmatched charisma and passion, and he connects with the common man on a level no other wrestler can dare to come close to. Everyone in this crowd, I guarantee you, absolutely loves the man known as the American Dream, who's achieved everything he has through hard work, dedication, and just stick-to-itiveness. A man who believes that anyone can accomplish anything if they just set their mind to it. And he is living proof of that here tonight as he competes to be the very first man to be called the United States champion here in World Championship Wrestling. But what an opponent he's got here tonight. Just look at the two men. You would think that this Dusty Rhodes has no chance against this incredible specimen called Ron Simmons. The physiques aren't even in the same zip code, but trust me, this will be a competitive match back and forth. Dusty Rhodes will not give up, and he'll fight with everything he has as he connects, beginning this match off very quickly. Now, Ron Simmons, of course, known for his incredible natural strength and explosive athleticism. He's soft-spoken outside the ring, but all business inside it. Now, Dusty Rhodes fighting back. Both men locked in a test of strength, and Dusty Rhodes with a nice little maneuver there, working on the arm now. Simmons is quickly earning the respect of professional wrestling veterans for his work ethic. He is one of the most physically intimidating competitors in WCW, as you can see, as is very apparent when looking at him. He brings a defense-first mentality to the squared circle. He's hard-hitting, efficient, and controlled. And many insiders believe he's destined for singles titles, just as we mentioned the man called Sting, who competed in our opening match tonight. A lot of people are saying the same thing about the two of them. Of course, Ron Simmons gets the opportunity a little bit before Sting, but he's got to take advantage. Dusty Rhodes won't back down to any man. Ron Simmons is constantly improving, hungry to prove himself among the best, and people call him a quiet powerhouse with unlimited potential. Now for the American Dusty Rhodes, he rose from humble beginnings to become one of the most iconic figures in wrestling. One of his most famous phrases is he is the son of a plumber. Dusty Rhodes fights with heart, emotion, and an uncanny ability to connect with the audience. As we mentioned already, he's famous for his fiery comebacks and soul-stirring promos. Rhodes is a brawler with surprising agility, and he proves fights aren't just won with muscle. If we were judging solely based on physiques, obviously Ron Simmons would easily win this, but you can see how back and forth this match already is. Dusty Rhodes is a champion of the common man. He often stands against bullies and tyrants, or those who try to push around the common man. Rhodes is revered in locker rooms for his leadership and presence. He's known for a lot of legendary rivalries across the wrestling world. He's had a lot of incredible matches with a lot of the top superstars in the independent circuits before coming here to World Championship Wrestling. Dusty Rhodes almost immediately becomes the emotional centerpiece of any promotion he steps into. You can hear the crowd cheering wildly for Dusty Rhodes. Ron Simmons very popular with the fans as well. But it seems like no wrestler can hold a candle to the way Dusty Rhodes connects with that common fan. Now Dusty Rhodes in control, and he's feeling it in that ring here tonight. Of course, recapping our night of action, we saw Sting get a win in our opener against a man called Scott Casey. That was not a very close contest. Now Ron Simmons establishing control again. We saw Dr. Death Steve Williams absolutely destroy a man called Al Madrill. We then saw the Rock and Roll. Oh, here's a pin attempt from Ron Simmons. Could this be 8, ladies and gentlemen? 1, 2, but no. Dusty Rhodes is able to kick out, and the match continues. In the match right before this, as I was saying, we saw the Rock and Roll Express outlast the Midnight Express. Here's another pin attempt. Ron Simmons not letting me recap the night. But yet another kick out from Dusty Rhodes, and the match continues on. So great examples of how Dusty Rhodes refuses to give in no matter how high the odds are stacked to get him. And look at that incredible strength from Ron Simmons. A devastating move. That's got to be it. There's no way Dusty Rhodes is going to be able to kick out of that. Ron Simmons with 2, but no. Dusty Rhodes yet again kicks out. Ron Simmons can't believe it. But he continues. He knows he's got to put Dusty Rhodes away. And that's not going to be an easy task. But as I was mentioning twice before, we saw the Rock and Roll Express outlast the Midnight Express in an absolute war for the WCW Tag Team Championship titles just before this. And now we are awarding the WCW United States Championship here in this battle between the American Dream and Ron Simmons. Now Dusty Rhodes working on Simmons, slams him down. Is Dusty going to climb the ropes? Yes, to the second turnbuckle. Waiting for Simmons to get up. And there goes Dusty. Oh, incredible reversal by Ron Simmons. And this match continues to go back and forth. Look at this. Ron Simmons delivering left-handed blows and then slams Dusty Rhodes' face. Oh, but a quick comeback from Dusty Rhodes. Big right hand there. I believe Ron Simmons just got busted open. But yet another reversal from Ron Simmons. Back and forth this match goes. First two matches, big slam there from Ron Simmons. I think that might be close to the end, folks. You can see how bad Dusty Rhodes is hurting. Not sure what Ron Simmons is doing right now. It's an interesting way to drag the man across the ring. Now working on the arm. Ron Simmons just glowering at his opponent. Is he setting him up for the finisher? It looks like he might be. Oh, but Dusty Rhodes is able to reverse that. And here comes a big atomic drop. Oh, the tailbone is hurting for Simmons. And now Dusty Rhodes slams Ron Simmons' head into that top turnbuckle. And Dusty Rhodes once again going to... Oh, no, but Ron Simmons pops up before Dusty Rhodes expected him to, but Rhodes still connects with the elbow. Ron Simmons did not quickly enough, and here's a pin attempt from Dusty Rhodes. This could be it, ladies and gentlemen. There's two. No, a kick out from... Continues even longer. These last two matches have been very different from our first two. Our first two matches saw completely one-sided affairs dominated by both Sting and Dr. Death Steve Williams. Our Tag Team Championship match was an absolute war, and this match is equaling it. Now Dusty Rhodes trying to pop back up and reverse things. He delivers an elbow, and Dusty back in control. It's hard to tell who's in control at any given moment as this is going back and forth so quickly. But now Dusty connects with a big right hand. And now here comes Ron Simmons. Back and forth we go once again. But Dusty Rhodes reverses it. Oh, look at the power shown by Dusty Rhodes. But Ron Simmons able to escape. And now Ron Simmons working on the neck of Dusty Rhodes. The American Dream in trouble. Down to his knees now. He might be slowly going unconscious. Here's a pin attempt from Dusty Rhodes. He's right by the ropes. Can he grab them? Can he kick out? No! Ron Simmons just seemed to choke the life out of Dusty Rhodes. And Ron Simmons eventually emerges as your WCW United States Champion after a brutal fight against the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. Rhodes gave it everything he had, as he always does, but it just wasn't enough tonight as Ron Simmons gets the better of him. And he will be the answer to the trivia question, who is the first WCW United States Champion here in this WWE universe for all time? After an impressive performance here tonight, Ron Simmons is your United States Champion. Now, we've still got one more match to go, ladies and gentlemen. Our main event of the night will award our World Championship title. This is the match that's everyone has been discussing all night. We've got the King Harley Race taking on the Nature Boy Ric Flair. And one important caveat about this match, the rest of the Four Horsemen, the stable that Ric Flair is a member of, will not be allowed at ringside, as the WCW general manager has made the decision that no wrestler who competes actively in WCW will be allowed at ringside during any other matches for any other superstar. You can have a manager as long as they are just a manager, but if they are a competing wrestler, they are barred from ringside during championship matches. And on that note, the WCW general manager made the selections for all these title matches. Not all of our superstars were happy they were left out of the title matches, but they'll just have to earn a title shot down the road. But For right now, Ron Simmons, after a very impressive match, defeats the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, and becomes your inaugural WCW United States Champion. We've got one more match to go. Our main event for the world title, Harley Race versus Ric Flair, coming up next. And there you go, folks. The match that everyone has been talking about, the World Heavyweight Championship, going to be awarded to one of these two men, the Nature Boy, Ric Flair of the Four Horsemen, or the King of Professional Wrestling, Harley Race. What a match this is going to be. Let's send you to ringside right now. And here we go, folks. The main event, the match everyone has been waiting for. Making his way down to the ring now, the man who calls himself the Nature Boy, one of the most decorated champions of all time in the independent circuits, now comes to World Championship Wrestling and is attempting to become the very first World Heavyweight Champion here in WCW. But to earn that title, he's going to have to face the man who calls himself the King of Professional Wrestling. He's not the only man who calls himself the King of Professional Wrestling, but one of the most accomplished and well-known superstars, Harley Race. Now, Ric Flair is known for his flamboyant robes, as you can see here tonight. Expensive lifestyle, but undeniable in-ring brilliance. This man has won numerous world championships in the independent circuits, and he wants to be the very first World Heavyweight Champion here in WCW. The Nature Boy is here tonight, and he expects to win. But his opponent tonight, one of the toughest and most respected world champions in history, calls himself the King of Professional Wrestling. And you can see he dresses the part as he wears that crown and robe down to the ring. The man called Harley Race. He's known for his cold and stoic demeanor and no-nonsense attitude, but he has been through as many battles as you can imagine. He has toured the world in professional wrestling. He has defeated almost every top superstar you can imagine in that squared circle. And here tonight, he gets to face off with the Nature Boy, Ric Flair. When people mention the top professional wrestlers in the world, these are two of the names that are often mentioned, arguably two of the faces of professional wrestling's Mount Rushmore. Harley Race and Ric Flair, what a battle we are in for tonight. Of course, we've seen Sting with an impressive debut here in WCW. We saw Dr. Death Steve Williams with a dominant performance. We've seen the Rock and Roll Express outlast the Midnight Express in an absolute war in a tornado tag match to claim the very first WCW Tag Team Championships. We just saw Ron Simmons outlast Dusty Rhodes for the WCW United States Championship. And now the world title is on the line, the most prestigious title here in WCW, and two of the very best in the ring going head-to-head here tonight. What a privilege it will be to witness this match between these two titans of the industry. More information on Ric Flair. As you see him there, there's Harley Race. Ric Flair is a master technician capable of wrestling any style. And Ric Flair with a big chop to start things off. Harley Race down to the mat. You can see how powerful those chops are from Flair. Flair is famous for his endurance. He can wrestle for an hour and look fresh afterward. He's got razor-sharp ring awareness, which makes him dangerous in any situation. Of course, he leads the notorious Four Horsemen, wrestling's most elite faction. The other three members, Tully Blanchard, Ole Anderson, and Arn Anderson, those three are barred from ringside for this match from the WCW general manager. No active superstar can be present at ringside for any championship matches. Look at this interesting hold by Flair. Not sure what he's doing with his leg there, but there's a nice reversal from Harley Race. Now Flair is equally skilled at rule breaking and scientific wrestling. He is not afraid to do whatever it takes to get the win. Both backstage and on screen, Flair carries himself like royalty, which is ironic given his opponent tonight. And Flair is revered by fans for his skills and hated for his arrogance, often both at once. But he is widely considered the benchmark every wrestler must measure themselves against. Meanwhile, we've got Harley Race firmly in control at the moment. He is a man who built his name on pain tolerance and grit. Oh, look at that big knee there from Harley Race. Race is famous for brutal brawls and title defenses all over the world. He moves like a heavyweight, but wrestles with the precision of a technician. That's the key for both of these men. They can both battle it out with you in a brawl, or they can compete with you in a highly skilled technical matchup. And here is a vicious choking of Flair in the corner by Harley Race. Race is a true journeyman who learned wrestling in some of the hardest territories on earth. He carries an aura of legitimacy. Fans and wrestlers alike know that this is a tough man they are watching wrestle. You would not want to get into a bar fight with this man. Harley Race is often described as the wrestler's wrestler. He demands respect and gives none without it being earned. And here's a pin attempt from Harley Race. I doubt the match will be over this quickly. Doesn't even get a 2 count as Flair kicks out almost immediately. You can see Race is on the older side, at least for professional wrestling, but even later in his career, he remains one of the most dangerous men in the ring. But Ric Flair now in control. Delivers a big knee to the back there, and Flair just reveling, wiping his sweat on Harley Race in a sign of disrespect. And Flair working on the back of Harley Race. This is a smart move. Once Flair gets his patented figure 4 locked in, that does damage the back. So not a bad move to work on the legs and back for Flair early in the match. Here's a nice move from Flair, a little drop kick there. Now working on the legs once more, setting up that figure 4 leg lock for later in the match. Either of these two men would be an incredible first world champion here in WCW, and that is why the general manager selected these two to compete, much to the chagrin of all the other superstars we've got here in WCW. Of course, you'll see all those other superstars over the course of our weeks. We will have premium live. Oh, here's a pin attempt from Ric Flair. Just 1 second, folks. This could be it. There's a 2 count, but Harley Race is able to kick out. As I was mentioning, we have several other superstars here in WCW. You'll see them over the course of the weeks here on WCW Saturday Night in our weekly show. And of course, we will have, oh, big slam there from Harley Race. We will not go for a pin attempt, though. As I was mentioning, we will have premium live events on average every other month. Oh, this looks like it might be a pin attempt. No, Harley Race continues. He knows Flair's not quite ready to pin just yet. We will have premium live events. Oh, the referee getting in the way of Harley Race. Race can't be happy about that. We will have premium live events on average every other month. Of course, the competing wrestling promotion WWF will also have a weekly show called Saturday Night's Main Event, and they will have premium live events mixed in as well. But WCW has so many of the top superstars in professional wrestling. The ones that the WWF does not have are here in WCW. You'll see all of them if you stay tuned to WCW Saturday Nights and Saturday Night's Main Event from the WWF. If you watch all those episodes and our premium live events, you'll see all the top professional wrestlers in the world here. Now, it looks like Ric Flair went for an eye poke, an eye gouge, but Harley Race was able to dodge it and then delivers a big suplex. Now, a pin attempt. Flair is right by the ropes. He can kick out. Not even a 2 count. Flair not even close to being ready to be done. Looks like Harley Race has firm control, but still not able to even get a 2 count yet. Now, Harley Race sends Flair to the ropes, drops down. Big arm drag there from Harley Race. What is Harley Race doing? He's going to the top rope. Risky move from the King, and he misses. Flair baited him into that, I think. And now Flair going to work on the legs. Oh, he might be going for the figure four. No, it's not the figure four. He's just working on the legs, weakening them for when he does finally decide to go for that figure four leg lock. A move he has patented. Here's a pin attempt from Flair. Could he surprise us with a pin victory? There's a 2 count, but Harley Race kicks out once again. Now Flair, this might be the figure four right here, ladies and gentlemen. This could be it. He locks it in. Yes, Flair's got it locked in. It's only a matter of time now. That figure four leg lock is, looks like Flair just let him out of it. I'm not sure why, but now he's going to go for a pinfall. Maybe he's weakened the legs to the point. Oh, and he's using the ropes as leverage, but Harley Race able to kick out, or did the ref see it? I think the ref saw Flair using the ropes and stopped the pin count. And here's Harley Race right back at it. Now there's an incredible pin attempt from Harley Race. And no, Flair kicks out at the last split second there. Race nearly had that World Championship title secured, but Flair kicks out. Now Harley Race. Oh, a big leg sweep there from Ric Flair. Ric Flair once again showing his disrespect for the King, Harley Race. Flair taking Race over to the ropes, sends him to the other ropes, and misses. Both men connect, and now Harley Race in control. A mistake there from Flair gives Harley Race the opportunity he needs to reassert dominance in this match. Oh, but Flair counters a punch there, and now Flair back in control. Big clothesline there. And yet again, just wiping his sweat and throwing it at Harley Race. Now here comes a suplex from Flair. Both men hurting. I think Flair got hurt worse on that suplex attempt. And now Harley Race delivering left hands. Big left hand there. Flair drops down to the mat. And Flair is hurting, folks. Now Harley Race standing over Ric Flair, but Ric Flair reverses it. And yet again shows his disdain for the man, his opponent, Harley Race. Now Flair trying to deliver Race to the turnbuckles. He connects, but Race right there with a reversal. Back and forth we go. Harley Race tosses Ric Flair over the top rope. And now this match is going to continue outside the ring. Both men desperately wanting to become the very first World Heavyweight Champion here in WCW. Only one man is going to be able to take that title home, though. And Race just doing a tour of the outside of the ring. Oh, look at this. Race removing a turnbuckle pad while the referee is paying attention to Ric Flair. We'll see if that comes into... we'll see if that plays a role later on here. But now this match, this battle continuing outside the ring. Flair with the reversal. Now the count's up to 7. At 10, you are counted out. Can Harley Race get up and get back in the ring? He's only got a couple more seconds. And Race able to get back in there just barely. Now, I'm not sure what would have happened if there were a count out in a title match. Generally speaking, a title cannot change hands with a count out. But here's a pin attempt from Harley Race. There's 2. No, Ric Flair kicks out once again. Harley Race just in disbelief that Flair refuses to give up. And the referee caught in a bad spot here. Oh, the referee has noticed. Oh, look at this. The referee noticed that the turnbuckle pad was missing, and he is now missing Harley Race's pin attempt as he reattaches that turnbuckle pad. A missed opportunity. He clearly had a 3-count pinfall victory. Harley Race just absolutely in disbelief that he did not just become your world champion because the referee was distracted. But that is his own fault, ladies and gentlemen. Harley Race removed that turnbuckle pad. The referee noticed it right before Race's pin attempt, and now Flair working on those legs again, but not going for the figure 4. He knows he's got to weaken Harley Race a little bit more before he attempts that figure 4 one more time. Flair yet again showing disrespect to Race. Oh, this might be it, folks. This is the figure 4 leg lock. Flair going for it. He thinks he's got it wrapped up. He's locked it in. This could be it. Will Harley Race tap out? The championship on the line? No. Again, Flair seems to just let Harley Race out of his finishing move. I'm not sure why. But Flair, maybe he knows that he's already beaten Race to the point of him giving in. But no, Race turns it around, delivers a neck breaker that almost hurt Race more than Flair. This match continues to rage on. This has been our most competitive match of the night, and we've seen two incredible matches just before this. Oh, look at that. Harley Race throws Ric Flair's shoulder into that ring post, and now Harley Race once again removing the turnbuckle pad. The referee saw him do it, though, and immediately goes over to reattach the turnbuckle pad. Not sure what the point of that was from Race. And now Race taking Flair over to the other turnbuckles. He's got Flair up on the top rope and then throws him back down to the ring. As Harley Race going to go up to the top rope here. It looks like he is. He's tried this once already and missed. And this time he connects a headbutt from the top rope. And now Harley Race measuring Ric Flair, setting him up for Harley Race's finisher. Here it is, ladies and gentlemen. This could be it. Huge move there into the pinfall. There's one, there's two, and there is three. The King, Harley Race, emerges as your World Heavyweight Champion after that epic battle with the Nature Boy, Ric Flair. Both men having ample opportunities to win it, but in the end, it is the King, Harley Race, who will be our very first ever World Heavyweight Champion here in World Championship Wrestling. And you know the Nature Boy, Ric Flair, and the rest of the Four Horsemen are not going to like that much. We'll see what happens down the road between Harley Race and Ric Flair, and Harley Race and the rest of the Four Horsemen. But for tonight, Harley Race emerges victorious and as your very first World Heavyweight Champion here in World Championship Wrestling. Looking at the highlights, here was a pin attempt from Flair. He got the 2 count, but Harley Race kicks out just before the 3 count. So another example of Harley Race getting out of a pin attempt and delivering that finishing move that continues on into a pin. This time, Flair was able to kick out. Here's another pin attempt from Race later on in the match. Flair is able to kick out once again. And here's yet another incredible, devastating finishing move from Harley Race. This is the one that the referee did not give a count on because he was distracted by reattaching that turnbuckle pad. There's Harley Race connecting with a flying headbutt from the top rope. And here is the finishing move of the match. Harley Race connects on the finishing move one more time. And this time the referee is able to count and he gets to the 3. And Harley Race is your world champion here in World Championship Wrestling. You can see the excitement from Race as he's handed the title belt. Harley Race, your inaugural World Heavyweight Champion in WCW. What a night of wrestling we've had, ladies and gentlemen, here on WCW Saturday Night, episode number 1. Stay tuned for our weekly episodes and, of course, our premium live events to come. And don't miss the WWF show Saturday night's main event and their premium live events also to come in the future. But for tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we've got 3 new champions. The Rock and Roll Express as your tag team champions. We've got Ron Simmons as your United States champion. And now we've got Harley Race as your World Heavyweight Champion here in WCW. We'll see you next week. Good night.